Alrighty. I don't know how I feel about this setup, man. Like, it wobbles. It's a great angle for sure, but it almost needs like another support point. I'll keep an eye on it. I mean, as long as this thing can't like wobble, we should be alright. But anyways, what's up, guys? No, long time no see. Survived the deep freeze of Texas Mark II. Honestly, this one didn't seem as bad as the last one from like 2021. Like, it was a lot less freezing rain, and the grid itself definitely was a lot more prepared. All the ice has finally melted, which is good. But it's really weird because last week it was like, you know, feeling like 0 degrees, 10, 15, whatever. You know, ground was covered in ice, just a little bit of snow. And then this week, right now, it's 70, 75 degrees. And it's going to be like that all throughout this coming week, I think. And then it's going to drop down into the 30s and 40s again. Just can't win with the consistency, man. But I figure since I have a day, I definitely want to get out here and ride, talk to you guys for a little bit. Man, I was looking at the engagement that YouTube gives you. They give you all sorts of analytics on like your subscribers and where you guys are from. Most of you guys are United States, which is like what I expected, but quite a few are over in like Taiwan, Singapore, stuff like that. But the crazy thing is the bulk of the age group watching these is 25 to 35, which is my own age group. So I'm guessing I'm appealing to the right audience, giving us guys who are starting to feel like we're getting a little bit older some adventure. And the Grom has been great for that. And I tried riding in the ice a little bit, just having fun, you know. I posted a YouTube short and a TikTok short on that. But man, it was not happening. Like, it was slipping. I aired down even more than I normally do, and it was still just slipping left and right. Still fun. But like, I don't know how people would ride a motorcycle on stuff like that, like year round. I don't know, maybe I'll get more experience in the future and we can do stuff like that, but you gotta know your limits. Great day, man. It's a little windy today. This road is a little bumpy for whatever reason, even though it's brand new. It feels so good to be out, man. I've been thinking about riding a lot. Like, try to keep yourself inside, you know, keep busy, read, work, that type of stuff, you know, but kind of get some cabin fever going on eventually. And I should have went. Okay, we ain't got nobody behind us, right? One guy coming. It's alright. But I want to go check out this new road they finally finished. Saw on Facebook. We passed it before on the vlog, but it's brand new. Nice solid blacktop, but I kind of want to see if it's leading where I think it's leading, back into Crandall. Maybe they have some side paths on it or something we could go down. But yeah, you guys know how it is, man. Rocking the single dad life still. Kiddo had some off days from school because of the freeze, so I can't really do long rides right now, but someday. That's not like he's little either. Like, he had a birthday in January, so he's 13 now, which is crazy. It's crazy to think about like what I was doing at 13 compared to what he does. Which to me seems like means I'm doing something right, because he's doing a lot better than I was. He hates school just like I hated school, but I was doing some stupid stuff back then for sure. Sneaking out, smoking cigarettes, smoking some other stuff, drinking, which is crazy to think about at 13. But that just shows, pay attention to who the people, your kids are hanging out with, man. Because we weren't, like, my brother and I, we weren't about that life, like, at all. Until our parents finally started letting us hang out with this one guy. And this one guy finally, like got us exposed to that and made us think it was cool. So we did nothing but that for a while. But that's not the route you want your kids to go. Man, I keep finding myself looking at the new CF Moto IBEX 450. Man, I'm looking at it more and more and more and comparing it to like the KTM 390 Adventure R and a couple others. Like even like looking at like dual sports. But I'm definitely feeling like hopefully this summer this kicks off and maybe get a little bit bigger of a bike. I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of the Grom. It's definitely cool to explore on but whatnot, but for like longer trips I definitely want something bigger, just since I don't have anyone to ride with out here. And I'm thinking about it, man. Like I've been so close to like putting in a finance application and whatnot and pulling the trigger, and I'm like, no, I'll give myself time for like maybe the content to start earning something, or you know, just get things right better financially before I do that, because I don't really need a second bike. I'm just wanting a second bike. That's okay, they're not going anywhere. Maybe someday. But man, something else I'm really like kind of passionate about too, and like the whole reason I started doing these YouTube videos is for, not for really motorcycle content. I started really getting into YouTube for like car rebuild channels, man. Like I found Goon Squad a long time ago. That's just gloves I'm wearing. These are just work gloves. They're not what you call it, riding gloves, but they're padded and whatnot, so I figured, you know, they'll take a hit. But I watched Goon Squad. I watched all sorts of guys doing like, you know, crashed rebuilds from Copart, and I've always wanted to do that since I found it. Like, man, that looks so awesome. But I was thinking maybe if I could either get a crash car for the channel and start doing that on top of the vlogging, that would be awesome, or do a crash motorcycle. Like I've looked up some of those IBEXs. I haven't found a 450, but there's an 800 I'm keeping my eye on. And if it sells cheap enough, that might be something we can do just for content and whatnot, for sure. Because like it's kind of damaged, it's kind of not, it doesn't look like I have any like frame damage, and it's relatively local, so I don't have to worry about paying shipping fees. I can just go and get it, like rent a little truck, you know. But we'll see. If anything, we might wait until like tax time, because I've already done my taxes. Wait until the income tax get, you know, hits the bank account, and then do something like as we get closer to summer. But give me your ideas, like what direction should I go? Because like the rebuilding stuff, like I don't have any experience rebuilding it, but I'm pretty handy when it comes to like learning new things, looking things up online. So like I'm confident I can do something. Not a full-on crash rebuild like Goon Squad or some of those other big guys do, for sure, but for the smaller hits and whatnot, we can squeeze a deal in. I think that's possible. Oh, I see a car on the road we're going to just as right. It must be open. Oh, there is a stop sign there. That Maserati just blew right through it. I get it. It's brand new, so people probably aren't expecting this to be here. Yeah. New road. If I'm right, this should just take us back into town over towards one of the big churches, but it's pretty neat. I just wanted to see it. Something to do for today. Pretty cool to see some like this side area that I've never seen, that sort of stuff. I always on the lookout, scouting trails, looking for places to go off-road. But it's so wet lately, like especially after that winter, after that storm came through with the ice melting and whatnot. But we'll do it, especially once summer gets here. There's definitely some stuff I've got my eyes on to take you guys on. I'm curious on how this is going to end up here, like if it's going to be a stop sign or if it's just going to merge into that road over there. Guess you're right. What is that? Oh, I see what they did. Okay, okay. See, that used to be just a straightaway through here, so now they have a stop sign, and it goes this direction. Okay. Pretty nifty little thoroughfare. I guess back here. I forget what little town was back here, what area it's called. I have to look it up. But with Crandall, like getting more and more popular with those new home builds like what I have, excuse me, I guess it needs it for sure. People who don't want to go through town, they just need to get around it. Hopefully it helps out with the traffic over there by the stop sign we just went through, because usually to get through here you'd have to go through that stop sign, and now you don't. You can just stay on the highway for one more exit and come down this way. So it probably helps a little bit. I smell a skunk. At least I think it's a skunk. Or some skunk weed. Let's go left toward the arena. Been a while. We went through this way, like going the opposite way, but we haven't gone this direction on it. And that just takes us way out in the boonies. You guys have seen that, I think, twice now. I think. Man, you know, some need some advice on for sure. What I've got you guys is just dating and like dating sites. Let's go right now. I think I've been down here. Because man, I feel like I've tried them all as a single dad. And it's all the same type of people, man. Like, I don't drink. And it's okay if somebody drinks for sure, but like not a lot. I don't want to be around drugs, like no weed. I'm not religious. There's nothing wrong with religion. Like, you know, if as long as it's peaceful, you're not forcing it on people, sure, like no problem with religion, but I'm not religious. Tried that, been there, done that. Not for me. I don't know, it seems like everyone's grouped into those categories that I found online. Like super religious, smoke weed, partiers, or they got like 4 kids, which is nuts, man. Like, you're swiping through and it's like, oh yeah, single moms, but they got 2, 3, 4 kids, you know, that sort of thing, which is to each their own, but like that's not the lifestyle I want. Like, ideally, like they got like 1 kid, because I have 1 kid. Figured that would work out perfectly if things work out in the, you know, the long run. Can't tell if that's like a driveway or a road. We'll circle back if this doesn't go anywhere. But yeah, so definitely wingman your boy. If you know anyone in the North Texas area that likes short dad bods. I'm also short as hell, so that's probably a big one. I keep telling myself that's a big thing. People tell me it's not, but I'm 5'4", man. Like, if it's not obvious by the videos and whatnot. Man, that's a perfect field. It looks like they've been farming on that. I don't want to mess up what they've got. Like, you can see rows. Yeah, not for me griping about relationships. Just something on my mind. Another little branch off. 4102. I try to like say the road names or like try to memorize them, because I look them up when I get home, like on Google Maps, to see if like there's anything interesting down there. Like any neat little paths or anything you guys might want to see. Try to keep track of it. Little girl driving that big old truck. She didn't seem too confident. She's swerving. project cars, motorcycles, brother. I don't get the appeal of those big Harleys, man. Like, they just seem bulky. They're way overpriced. Like, I don't get paying $20,000-$30,000 for a motorcycle when you can pay 10 grand for a bike to do the same thing. Maybe add a little bit better suspension to the 10 grand bike, but still, you're not going to touch the cost of that Harley. And then people talk crap. Like, man, people talk crap about Hondas, man. Like, it's crazy. I try to talk to people like, oh, you ride a Honda, or I talk about Kawasaki's and like Kawasaki's, but like all the bikes, the older bikes I see on the road that are still performing like thousands of miles later are like Kawasaki's, Hondas, Chinese bikes, that type of stuff. Like, how often, like, I don't really see that many old Harleys, and if you do, someone's dumped some money into it to keep it running. So it's like, I don't know, man, it seems like the Hondas and like, you know, whatnot are doing just fine in my book. This one hasn't left me stranded yet, knock on wood. Yep, tees off exactly where I thought it was. This is cool because I got to see one of these roads. This is one of the ones I wanted to explore on, so closing the loop on that. Let's go right. Not trying to go towards the highway. I gotta get some contacts. I've said that a million times and I haven't. Anyways, that's a dead end. The work's been good too. A little busy. Like, my area kind of picks up at the end of the year. Don't really want to tell you guys what I do for that because that's too much personal information. A little busy with some projects and whatnot, but then again, it's a work from home job. So I send a ton of emails, I attend a lot of meetings, do up some spreadsheets, some PowerPoints, supervise a ton of other people, making sure they do their job. So it's not like I'm out here like building houses or anything, but there is stress with it too, especially in a corporate environment where you feel like, you know, you're expected to perform. It's definitely not where I thought I would end up. Like, I always thought like I would be more blue collar and whatnot. Like, I tried the whole computer science thing for a while, but that didn't work out, so I didn't think I was ever going to have anything like this, which is great. But man, the job market is saturated too. Like, it took several hundred applications on Indeed. I think I had to do 4 or 5 interviews for this job alone, which is nuts. It just takes a lot, you know. Scary. That's what it is. That's where this road leads. So I was telling you guys where it takes it. Do we want to go that way? We might as well. We have the time. It's nice out. It'll kind of loop back like this road. We're going to take it right and do a little loop, and then we'll come back on it. Ooh, rough road. Moo cows. So remember, the next major intersection that looks like a nice road, we need to go right on. Warsaw Community Center. Okay, that's out here in the middle of nowhere, but it looks like there's people there and it's Saturday. We ought to look that up, see what's going on. Oh man, I forgot to tell you guys about my find too. Like, we have a bulk trash day, you know, in my neighborhood. So it's like every second and fourth Wednesday you can put big stuff out. And somebody put out like a person lift, and like one of those hydraulic cranking ones you use for like old people, like getting them up and down and whatnot. And they put it out for pickup because it was leaking a little of air. I was like, man, I could really use something like that for this thing. because like lifting up when you're like changing the tires out and whatnot, trying to keep it supported, that's like the biggest pain in the butt part of it. Otherwise it'd be super quick. So I got it, took it home and fixed it. Like it was just a little switch that lets air in and out, preventing it from like staying up. So now I have a nice little motorcycle lift. So it's like only like a 400-pound weight capacity, but this bike only weighs I think 200 and something, so that's perfect, man. So I can swap out the tires on this thing a lot easier. I'm still looking for a different set of rims because I would like to have, wow, that'd be really neat. I would like to have like a specific set just for street and, you know, for like dirt and off-roading. But they're still pretty pricey. These 22, 23 Grom rims, man, they're still like $500–600 for a set. So I'm not doing that just yet. What is that? I'd love to go down there. Man, I wish it was easier to find like who owned all this stuff out here, because there's like some like little trails and whatnot back here. That'd be awesome to ride on. But man, one day guys, one day we'll find some better trails. But yeah, like I said, I would like to have two sets. Like I have my off-road set here on the bike, and I'd like to have a street set for like when I know I'm just doing stuff like this, like not planning on going off-road for the day. Get some city grip 2s or something like that, because it definitely makes a difference performance wise when you're out here on these long straights. Like I could use like a little, like 5 extra miles per hour out here for sure to kind of keep up. It's a nice road back there. I've never really looked on the map like for this to like see where it goes and all these little spares, so I got some homework to do while I'm editing. Usually look stuff up. Like I have one screen going where it's compiling, and the other way I'm like looking at my route, figuring out what's around me. Like I don't really plan too much because I feel like these videos are better when they're spur of the moment. Anyway guys, this is probably it for today. Let me know if you're in the area for sure. I always say I'm always looking for someone to ride with out here. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below on what you want to see, what you like, what you don't like about the videos. I'm always open to criticism, what I could be doing differently, even riding wise, because I always feel like I'm not great at it, but I try my best. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.